Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm really excited to have you here. My name is Linda. If you're not new here, then welcome back. Sanjay Squad. In today's video, I'm doing something really exciting because I'm going to review brand new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Pro Filter Foundation. I am really excited. I have never ever tried a Fenty foundation before, so I'm really excited to see how this is gonna work on my skin. I'm gonna do a little wear test and then I'm gonna like go out for the day, do my thing, and I'm actually gonna come back and I tell you how it's still looking, how it's feeling, all that jazz. If you want to know more about this little baby, make sure to keep on watching because we're starting right now. Before we start, make sure to click that little subscribe button right here down below somewhere and make sure to click the bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. So I know she has a previous foundation, but I never tried it out. I never really wanted to try it out as well, to be honest. The reason why is because I know it's a very full coverage foundation and I just do not like full coverage foundation. So I never tried it. But then she launched the hydrating one. And that was a point where I thought, I watched a few reviews and I saw people using it and it looked amazing. And I thought, you know, this could be the one for me. I ordered the foundation from Boots because I have like a Boots right around the corner. So it was really easy for me to pick it up. But unfortunately our Boots is like a tiny little one, so they don't have it in store. So I had to order it online. So what I did is I went to the website of Fenty Beauty and they have like a little color test and they ask you like a few questions to find out what your color is. So according to the website, I was color 220. So I then decided to go for 240. The reason why is because I personally like my foundations a shade darker than my actual skin because it just warms me up and gives me a bit of color in my face. I hope it's good, otherwise this review is not even gonna happen. So I like the tube. I just like the feel of the tube. Like I like this, like, I don't know, I just like the tubes. Don't know why. So I am going to work from my hands. I'm gonna go in with this brush from Charlotte Tilbury, which is a tiny little foundation brush, but I just love this little brush. And see how it goes. Okay, I like the color. It's definitely a bit warmer than my skin, but if you look around here, ooh, this is big. Oh my god. It's definitely a bit darker than my skin, but it doesn't look weird at all. I feel like it just matches with my neck. Oh my god, I didn't put primer on my face. Well, we will do that right now. I already done this side, so I'm just gonna put some primer here and that way I will also see the difference between the foundation with and without primer. So I'm gonna use with the Farsali Unicorn Essence because that is one of my favorite primers. Other than that, I have already moisturized my face. I did it off camera because I wanted to make sure that the moisturizer was really sinking in. So I don't have any other Fenty stuff and I didn't go and buy the primer and the powder as well. The reason why is because I want to use this foundation in combination with my favorite other products. Like products that I know work well for me. And then I can see if this foundation actually really works for me. Because if I would have gone in with the foundation and the primer and the powder, but in the end the powder didn't work for me at all, then I still couldn't see if the foundation works for me. You know what I mean? Because this is a hydrating primer, I thought that it wasn't really gonna cover, but look, it literally covers every single thing. So I'm really surprised by that and I think that's great. I like to apply this with like stippling motion. So I'm not gonna like drag my brush to blend that in, but I'm like dabbing it into the skin. Because I have a dry skin, I feel like dabbing it into the skin always works really well for me. It's basically the same you would do with a beauty blender. But the reason why I would prefer it with a brush is with a brush you have just a little bit more coverage than you have with a beauty blender. But yeah, if you have a dry skin, definitely like dab it into the skin. It really helps your foundation sit really nice on your skin. Even though I prefer like hydrating foundations, sometimes they also can go terribly wrong on my skin because I have such I have a really bad, I personally think I have a bad skin texture, and like using like very luminous products can really bring out that skin texture. But I feel so far this is a really good combination. Like you can definitely see it brings out a little bit of skin texture around here and here, but then I'm gonna go in with like a full coverage concealer to cover that up. But it feels really nice on the skin. I feel like it really covers really well because I use like 1.5 pump. So for concealers, I'm gonna go in with two of my favorites, which is the Tarte Shape Tape and the Urban Decay All Nighter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Tarte Shape Tape first, and I'm gonna cover up any places where I feel like you see a bit of skin texture, and I'm gonna add a bit under the eyes. And then for my concealer, I always prefer a sponge. And this one is from Queen Tarzi. It's one of my favorite sponges. It works really well. And I like the little pointy sides because you can really get it under your eyes. And I'm going to start dabbing that into the skin. And you can see how that covers up my skin texture around there. This color of concealer is, by the way, in the color light medium. So even though we use the brush and I prefer using a brush, I like switching between a brush and a sponge. So I like to finish off with the sponge. That way it just blends everything together and gives you that nice and natural skin finish. So far it's looking great. I really like it. Really like it. I really like this. It looks really good. I'm gonna go in with Urban Decay. This is in the color Fair, and I'm just going to use a little bit under my eyes to brighten up my under eye area. Just the tiniest amount, and mainly in the corner here, because I will really like brighten up under there. Make sure you blend this concealer out straight away, because once it's dried up, you won't be able to blend it out anymore. Okay, I don't want to get too excited. My skin looks so good. I'm looking in the mirror right now. That's why I'm like looking this way. But it feels really nice. I thought it was still gonna feel like really tacky and really like wet because it's a hydrating one. But it even feels like it's setting. I'm still gonna use a powder, but it feels really good. It feels really lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a full face of foundation right now. I'm just gonna start by like setting my under eye area because I want to make sure it doesn't start like creasing under there. And in the meantime, I just let the rest of my skin just let it settle for a bit. So I'm grabbing a little bit of my favorite setting powder, which is a Too Faced Born This Way powder. So I have set my under eye area and I'm just brushing any excess powder away. For the rest of my skin, I don't think I'm gonna set it too much because it feels pretty matte actually. I did not expect that at all. So I'm just going to get literally the excess powder that's in this little pen, tapping everything off and just dabbing in some powder into the skin, and mainly on places where I get oily. So that will be my chin area and my forehead. And other than that, I am just gonna leave it and hope for the best. So for bronzer, I'm gonna go in with Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. Grabbing this cute little brush from Spicy Cocoa, which is a really nice fluffy brush. Same brush that I used for my setting powder. And I'm going to contour my face. Not only am I using it to contour, but I'm also just adding a little bit all over the face. Look, so good. I have to get some new blushes because I feel like I'm always using the same blushes. But I'm gonna use this little liquidy, nah, it's not even liquid. It's like a little mousse blusher from Lancôme. This is called Bonjour. I really like using cream blushes because I feel like you're not like stacking up powder on powder on powder, and it just gives you like a really nice healthy kind of glow blush color, you know what I mean? So then for highlighter, Fenty Beauty highlighter, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's here. Something really tragic happened because I have only used it like 3-4 times, and then during traveling, I'm not sure what happened, but this happened. The whole pen is empty inside. It broke and it all fell out, and it's really sad, and it's still something that is really bothering me. every single day. So yeah, I'm gonna use the other side. So, oh my god, this highlighter was the first like Fenty product I have ever used. I walked into Harrods, I think, and I saw like Fenty beauty counts, and I thought, okay, you know, this is what you do. You show makeup to people. People love Fenty Beauty, so you have to at least have one thing from Fenty Beauty. So I went in, I saw the highlighter, and that is when I understand. Like, this is when I finally understood, like, okay, this is Fenty, this is what everyone says it is. And I must say, out of all the highlighters I have, like, look at it. Oh my god. For my eyes, I'm gonna go in with this same bronzer from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to use that all over my eyelids. Then I'm gonna go in with this palette from Voss, and it's the Taupe Notch palette, and I'm gonna go in with this color right here. Then I'm gonna go in with this little chrome pot from Armani Beauty, and it's a really nice like pink toned foil shimmer. I would probably recommend applying this with your finger, but my nails are super long. It's really nice, really nice. Adding a little bit of that exact same color, and I'm just buffing that under my eyes. Then I'm grabbing this black kohl pencil, and this is one from Wet n Wild, and it's just a black eye pencil. Oh, it's really good. It really comes off super easily. Adding a little bit on top of my lower lashes. So my lashes are on, and I felt like it really brought the whole look together. And now that they are on, I'm going to finish my lips also with a little bit of Fenty. I bought this one together with the highlighter. It is one of their lip paints. This is in the color Uncuffed. It's such a beautiful color. So this is the finished look. So far this foundation has been probably on for an hour. It looks insane, honestly. Normally when I put a foundation on, I really like it, and then as time goes on, it like starts to settle and it starts to crack and blah. But it looks really insane. I just called my sister on FaceTime and I showed her, and she said, oh my god, that looks really good. I am going to set my face quickly using some Urban Decay All Nighter spray. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a little wear test. So I'm just going to do what I have to do today. And then in the meantime, yeah, I'm just going to wear this makeup and see how well it stays on. I'm going to check in a few times, and then I'll be back by the end of the day and tell you how it's still looking, how I feel about it, and give you my verdict. Yeah, let's get this day started. For me, this will be a few hours of hard work and food shopping and other boring stuff that I don't want to do. But for you, it will only be like 10 seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, really quick, I thought I'd just show you how it looks like on my phone camera, because I know like these studio lights and my camera can wash out a lot of stuff on my face. It can look really bright and you can probably see it. So this is it on my face. It looks really good. I love how glowy it looks. I have a feeling I'm gonna get a little bit too oily around this side and around here. So far it is literally one of the best foundation I've tried in a really long time, so I'm curious how it's gonna hold up. But look at my forehead. So I'm heading out. I'm actually freezing today. Don't know why, but I'm so cold. This is, by the way, Terry's sister's sweater, and I supposed to give it back to her, but I haven't yet, and it's really comfortable. I'm heading out. A little update so far. The foundation is still looking good. Looks a little bit like around here, but now I'm gonna do some food shopping. Probably nobody cares, but just a little update. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing food shopping now, because I didn't have anything to eat yet, so I'm starving. But that's how desperate we had to do food shopping, because there was literally nothing there. That's how I live my life. Like, I will live as long as I can with the foods I have in my house, and then when I really don't have any other choice, I'll go food shopping. Same for my washing. I will wear every single piece of clothing I have until I don't have any socks or underwear anymore, and then I think, okay, I should do some washing now. So yeah, update, still going strong, looking great. Fenty, I love you. So it's been like 7 hours now, and it's starting to get oily around my forehead. You can see that around my nose as well. That probably always happens. Normally I will get like a blotting powder, or I will get like a little sponge and like dab it all into place, or you know, just bring my little powder with me. But I haven't done that because I want to see how long it will take. I'm not sure why I'm moving my hands constantly. Only thing, because it gets so hydrated, you can see it starts smudging my mascara and my eyeshadows around there, so I would have to fix that up. But besides that, I am still a fan. So hello everyone, it has been a few hours. In your case it's probably been like 10 seconds, but it actually has been 10 hours. I have been wearing this makeup look for 10 hours. I went food shopping, like I got some looks in Aldi. When I went like this in Aldi wasn't ready for this. I did things in the house. I've been driving around like a crazy person in like a boiling car. So if my camera could focus, I can finish this. For 10 hours, I think it still looks pretty great. So, like, it definitely got oily around my forehead and around my nose and my T-zone area. But to be honest, it always really does. In the future, I will probably use a lot more setting powder around that area, because I only use like a little bit. But, you know, like I said in my checkups, I normally will bring like a little blotter with me anyway, because this always happens around here. Maybe not as much like now, but normally I would just bring my little beauty blender like blotting sponge with me, and then just during the day when I get a little bit oily, I just dab it on my face and it just, you know, blots everything out. If I really have something important, I might bring like a little setting powder with me that I can add a little bit of powder during the day. But I try to avoid that because I don't want to keep putting products on top of each other throughout the day, because even though it gets oily, the moment I start putting more and more and more products on, it also gets dry again. Mind blown. That's literally the life of a carbonated person. Like, you get oily and then you get dry. Like, what do you want? Forehead, what do you want? My verdict is I definitely really like this foundation. Is it worth your hard-earned cash? I think it is. I paid £27 for this. I think it's a reasonable price for like a high-end foundation. I'm sure there are foundations that are less than that, but you know, I just really liked it, and I think it looks absolutely great. And not only does it looks like lightweight, it also feels really lightweight on my skin. I didn't feel like I was wearing a full face of makeup today. So would I recommend it to you? I will definitely recommend it to you, but only if you have the right skin type. Like, if you are a really oily person, I will not recommend this to you, because it is gonna be super oily and super hydrating. But if you're like carbonated, like on the dry side like me, it will work absolutely fine on you. Make sure to, you know, set it around any places that you feel like need to be set. But other than that, I personally think it will work really well on a carbonated / dry skin. I'm gonna love you and leave you now, because I'm really tired and I feel like this day is not focusing. Like, even my camera is done. I'm gonna leave you guys alone. I want to thank you guys for watching. Before you leave, make sure to click that little subscribe button down below, and make sure to click that little notification bell. That way you'll get a notification every time I upload. If you want to see more of me in the meantime, make sure to go to my Instagram, which is Makeup by Sanchez, where I post daily makeup video, picture, stories and everything like that. For now, I want to thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. I hope I see you in my next video. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Peace out. A-town. I have